right. Next, we're going to go. Councilmember Sears actually alluded to this in the last answer, but in this district, there are playgrounds, but very few parks with real greenery. And in fact, of all the districts in the city, this one ranks second to last in the amount of green space it has. So how big a problem is this, and what could be done, and what would you do to create more public green space?
The only green space that we have in our playgrounds are the trees that we wouldn't let anybody cut down. And when I'm on the Parks Committee, and I've stayed on it, and the commissioner, everyone knows that I don't have parks in this district. We have playgrounds. So one of the things I do continuously is to see that the playgrounds maintain their shape. They're renovated, monies are poured into them. How do we get green space? What do? Travis Park, we have had a Toyota. People have felt that we could go and really just take the property. That is not the case. There's a lot that goes into eminent domain. You just don't come and take it. You have to work with the trustees who own the property to do that. Eminent domain is not impossible. There's a lot of preparation that goes into that. I've had the Parks Department come and look at that area surrounding Travis Park. They've come, their real estate has looked at it. We've had discussions about it that my opponents are not privy to because they're not on the council. But certainly what goes on, they are privy to because we have public hearings. Community board has hearings, and a lot of that is discussed. So what happens is that you recognize where you can do and have some green spaces and work at it. Eminent domain, which would be good to have that piece extended to Travis Park, and I have been working on that. We've been working on it in our office, and it doesn't happen overnight. Secondly, the mayor's plan to take our schools. PS 69 was commissioned to extend the playground, to keep it open after school. We're pouring a lot of money, and I poured a lot of money into capital for the renovation and design of that playground. I found out not too long ago that it's pushed back to 2010. I have to monitor and see it very closely because it was supposed to start this year, and it's not going to happen. I have to see that eventually we do get that. And look at some more schools so that we can have some more greenery. The fact of the matter is we have a very congested area, and it's always a challenge as to how we meet that. Thank you.
Mayor proposed more than 1 million green trees in New York, the whole New York City area. When I get elected, I'm going to fight with the mayor, whoever the mayor is, and I'm going to fight and get 10,000 new trees in my district, 25 district. It is not only Jackson Heights. My district is from LaFrac City to East Amherst and Amherst. And that is where we're going to put more trees. There is no park. You cannot put park. You cannot find places where you cannot create park because everything is all congested. People already built either offices or buildings. I don't know how to find a parking. But we can put a lot of trees here. I am proposing to do a change in building in Roosevelt Avenue. From 69th Street to 114th Street, we're going to have a business improvement district. That district is we're going to put over 320 new light bulbs that also give a lot of protection to the people, especially in the nighttime, to walk and have shopping and to buy the stuff. Now, at the same time, we will coordinate with the people who are doing business to have trees all in front of their stores. Because if people get together and we have trees and little plants and the flowers, it looks much better. You cannot create parks. So this is an alternative. At least you can see some flowers, some plants in front of, if provide them to get together and do it, beautify the Roosevelt Avenue district. That's going to be a business improvement district.
Okay, and thank you. Yeah, I agree that we have very little green space in the district. You know, I began working actually with Friends of Travis Park a very long time ago. I'm trying to think how many years ago it was, 4 or 5 years ago, when I organized a meeting with Lynn Maniaci and other people with the beautification group to go in and meet with Congressman Crowley to try to see if we could acquire the property, the former Toyota property. And so I actually started that process off. And I'm just surprised to hear the council member refer to that. I know that about $1.7 million has been allocated to renovate Travis Park, and I don't know if you've actually consulted with the members of the community in terms of what they want when that park is renovated. And I think that's very important that when we have those types of renovations and when we have that type of money being put into the community, that we do consult with the people who have a vested interest and who are stakeholders in those parks. And finally, this district goes as far as Lefrak City. And one of the things that I've committed myself to is also to providing trees in Lefrak City. If you walk down 57th Avenue in Lefrak City, you will see that there are no trees there. It's no shade at all. And one of the things that I want to do is work to put trees along 57th Avenue as well. I have another plan as well. For those of us who live in co-ops, I would like to introduce some type of tax incentive for people to fix up the interior gardens that we have in our buildings. I live in the Berkeley. It would cost about $1.5 million to do my garden over in the center of my building. We don't have that type of money, but if we had some type of tax incentive, it might reduce the cost on that and help to green up the interior gardens that we have that exist in this neighborhood also.